We love the company's aesthetics and what they value, and I think we just felt like it was a good fit to make a 30-minute work on these dancers. Specifically, they're all so different and very versatile. We just knew it was going to be something special.
Yeah, we fell in love with Ronnie, with Guy, with the people working in this place, and what is so important for us, really being part of the club, gave us a feeling of home.
A big part of this process specifically was finding the uniqueness within each of the dancers, really just get to know each other on a very deep, personal, physical, and artistic level.
We're usually working with people who don't have a lot of dance background, and in a very short amount of time we have to make them look like they can dance. And here we're working with people with a dance background, but have a lot of time with them. So I think we take a lot of our lessons from that commercial experience, but in this extended period of time, we're able to dive in a lot deeper.
We use a lot of improvisation, but we're very meticulous.
Every detail of the show, we want our hands on it, and we want it to be intentional and just like the right tone or the right, like completely what we want and like completely locked in.
We were more interested in reading between the lines. What does structure mean? Why do we establish that? And how do we make structure not something suffocating, but use it as a tool for freedom, where we can enjoy the performer rather than seeing the performer executing what it's told by us.
It's been really a good challenge figuring out how do we let our choreography look how we want it to look while making sure the dancers feel great and look great, taking these extra weeks to focus on the theatricality and kind of the emotion of the piece.
Also, it's our first piece where there's like a really clear through line of someone's journey. So I'm curious how that will read as well, as we kind of like feel out that for the first time.
So I guess start of this process is how do we break open playfulness and then look at the piece from a playfulness point of view.
And just giving the dancers also the confidence to make those choices and to not always have to make the same choice, but feel the ebb and the flow and the changes that come along within every process and still remain in the same world of the piece.
To me, it's all about curiosity, and these dancers are so curious and they're so interested and excited. When there's a lack of curiosity, it's not fun, but luckily all these dancers just really want to learn and really want to grow, and it's been super fun.
Memorable moments, yes, the moments of fun, of laughing our asses off, which has happened a lot. But it was also the moments of friction. For us, it's posing the question, which is important, rather than finding the answer. It's that moment where there's lack of answer, where it's this friction, which is great, because then things start moving, but there's a lot of shock.
People cling on to different narratives that I'm curious to have our work reflected back to us through someone else's eyes, and the premiere will be an awesome place for that.
The premiere doesn't really feel like an ending, it feels like the starting point actually, you know? It's the first moment, our vision coming alive with the choreography, the set, the costumes, the makeup, the lights, the music.
There are so many small details, so many movements. One or two things are bound to go wrong every time you perform it. So I'm excited to see how they'll respond to the moments where it's like something happens or something slips, but we've taught them to kind of like make it work.
I'm excited to see how both of the pieces will interact with each other in one evening.
Me personally, I always enjoy getting a lot of flavors of things, and I think there's definitely a lot of overlap in the different styles that we're both using, but different facets are popping out. It was really an exciting moment to come to this place and be a part of this platform, Club Invites. It's just been a very supportive experience. People can expect an amazing show, and they should come because it's gonna be the best night of their lives.